You were told that reality is solid, predictable, slow to change. Yet right now in this moment, the surface beneath you, the air across your skin, even the rhythm of your heart is not solid at all. Beneath appearances lives vibration, a hum constant yet often unnoticed weaving matter into patterns you call form. This hum is not metaphor. It is the pulse of existence itself, energy, flickering frequency, shaping motion, arranging. You are not only surrounded by this vibration, you are transmitting it. Most people misunderstand this truth. They believe life answers words, effort, willpower. They repeat affirmations while fear floods the body. They visualize success while the subconscious insists on failure. They push harder, yet reality resists. Forcing creates static. Static scrambles the signal. What returns is contradiction, confusion, struggle cycles that never resolve. You have felt this opportunities slipping away just as you chase them. Love repeating patterns of absence, abundance, crumbling despite effort. These are not accidents. They are reflections of misaligned frequency. Now imagine yourself as a transmitter. Each thought sends a wave. Each emotion colors the wave. Every action amplifies it. When thoughts, emotions, actions diverge, the signal fractures. The field responds with chaos. When they harmonize, coherence emerges. Coherence is magnetic. The field mirrors it instantly, the way a still lake mirrors the sky. Delay is not in the universe. Delay exists only in misalignment. The field remains neutral, reflecting precisely what you broadcast. You know this already in subtle ways. Enter a room where tension lingers. You feel it before anyone speaks. Sit with someone radiant with joy. You absorb it without trying. This is resonance. Energy travels without permission, carrying frequency across distance. Your life works the same way. The field is listening not to your declarations, but to your vibration. Say, "I am abundant," while vibrating, fierce scarcity repeats. Whisper nothing, yet embody love, connection flows toward you. The hidden pulse is fluid. You are never trapped in static. Frequency shifts through awareness. Breath is the first doorway. Place your hand on your chest, inhale slowly, release longer, and coherence begins to return. Heart rhythm steadies, nervous system calms, vibration clarifies. In that moment, you sense presence. That presence is resonance. Practice this daily and your broadcast transforms. Picture yourself beginning each morning with this tuning. Before the world intrudes, you pause. You ask, what am I radiating today? Fear or trust, scarcity or abundance, isolation or connection? Like a musician adjusting strings until harmony arises, you adjust your state until your signal sings. The world responds in kind. This is not mysticism. It is reality's design. Frequency precedes form. Energy arranges matter. The signs appear quickly once you align. A message arrives exactly when you need it. A door opens as you approach. A conversation offers the answer you never voiced. At first, you call this coincidence. Soon you realize it is coherence. The stronger your signal, the more natural the flow. Life stops resisting. Outcomes begin to arrive with grace. You no longer force reality. You glide with the current you tuned into. Yet this practice is continuous. The field mirrors you moment by moment. It cannot be tricked. Masks pretending bypassing these all generate noise. Only true coherence reflects clearly. Awareness is the key. Each time fear interrupts, you return to breath. Each time doubt intrudes, you pause, realign, proceed. Tuning is not punishment, it is devotion. Each act of return strengthens your signal. Each day lived awake deepens clarity. Here lies the paradox. The harder you chase outcomes, the further they retreat. Chasing transmits lack. The field reflects lack. The instant you release grasping, embody coherence, reality responds. You do not bend the world through force. You bend it through resonance. Like tuning a radio, you shift until the correct station comes through. You never created the station, you aligned with it. In the same way, you do not create the field, you join it. Obstacles stop looking like punishments once you see this truth. They become feedback, revealing where your frequency falters. Desires stop looking distant. They are frequencies awaiting your coherence. Reality stops looking random. It becomes mirror. The hidden pulse of existence has always been humming beneath noise. Now you hear it clearly. Once heard, you cannot return to silence. Separation is the greatest illusion you were ever taught. The mind insists you are a solitary being, enclosed by skin, cut off from others. Yet beneath the surface, quantum science has revealed something astonishing. Particles born together remain linked forever. No matter the distance, when one shifts, the other responds instantly. This is entanglement. What physics observes in the lab, you experience every day without naming it. The field is not fragmented, it is woven. You are part of that weave. Think of the times you sensed someone before they appeared or thought of a friend moments before their message arrived. Recall the instant you turned toward a gaze that was already fixed upon you. These are not accidents. They are echoes of connection that science struggles to quantify yet cannot deny. The universe is speaking through threads you cannot see. What looks like coincidence is entanglement made visible. The invisible web is not theory, it is your reality. Ancient wisdom hinted at this long before equations proved it. Mystics spoke of oneness. Sages declared that all is connected. They lacked modern instruments, yet they knew. Science now confirms what spirit has always whispered: separation is false. You live inside a fabric where every thought, every emotion ripples across threads, touching lives you may never meet. You may deny it, yet you cannot escape it. Entanglement is the law of the field. Ego resists this truth. Ego survives by dividing. It whispers you versus them, yours versus theirs, self against world. Division keeps you grasping for security. Fear grows in that soil, and fear scrambles your frequency. The field reflects the noise, backtrapping you in cycles of conflict. Entanglement, however, reveals another path. You do not need to battle for connection, you already are connection. You do not need to prove belonging, you already belong. Picture yourself suspended in a cosmic web. Every thought you release vibrates through strands that extend across time and space. Each emotion you carry pulses outward, touching unseen hearts. You may never know them, yet they feel you. Your frequency is not private. It is broadcast through the entangled field. This is why coherence matters. When you tune yourself to clarity, others feel it. When you dissolve fear, the vibration shifts not just within you, but across the web. You are not isolated, you are an active node in the living network of creation. Consider how this shapes manifestation. You are not pulling dreams from nothing. You are aligning with possibilities that already exist in the web. Entanglement means the outcome you seek is not separate from you. It is already connected, waiting for coherence. The clearer your vibration, the faster the bridge forms. Synchronicities are the evidence, the phone call, the chance encounter, the opportunity surfacing at the perfect time. What looks like randomness is the field adjusting to your signal. Remember moments when you were lifted out of yourself, listening to music that carried you beyond thoughts standing under stars so vast, your identity dissolved, or touching another human so deeply you forgot where you ended and they began. These glimpses show the truth. Your essence is not confined. Consciousness flows beyond boundaries. The field is inside you as much as you are inside the field. Awakening means to live with this awareness, not just occasionally, but continuously. Ego will fight back. It prefers control. It thrives on identity. It clings to stories that keep you separate. Yet control is illusion. Entanglement proves you never acted alone. Every job secured, every meeting, every closed door, all emerged from a dance of infinite connections. You are a co-creator, never a solitary one. The field rearranges itself through resonance, through relationship, through threads woven together. Pay attention, track the signs. The more you align, the more the field reflects with precision. Coincidences multiply until they no longer feel coincidental. The person you need appears. The answer arrives before the question leaves your lips. Resistance drops away, replaced by orchestration. This is not luck. This is the entangled field responding to coherence. You are not forcing destiny. You are collaborating with it. With this awareness comes responsibility. Every thought, every frequency ripples outward. Each time you hold fear, the web trembles. Each time you cultivate trust, the web steadies. You influence more than your personal reality. You feed into the collective field. Awakening is not selfish. It is service. To live coherent is to contribute harmony to the network itself. Entanglement ensures your vibration is never contained. Now you see the bridge. Science reveals particles speaking across distance. Spirit reveals hearts speaking across silence. Both point to the same truth: nothing is separate. You are already connected to what you desire. You are already entangled with the life waiting to emerge. To awaken is to claim this connection, to stop pretending you are small, to live as a conscious strand in the infinite web. You carry hidden weight memories, that never healed beliefs planted in childhood emotions buried deep in the subconscious. These fragments form the invisible current shaping your days. You think you act freely, yet much of what you do emerges from programming, written long ago. Ancient alchemists understood this principle, though they spoke in symbols. They wrote of lead turned into gold of fire, refining metal of transmutation, hidden in the furnace. To the untrained, these were recipes for matter. To the awakened, they were blueprints for consciousness. Lead was never only metal, it was the dense weight of unconsciousness. Gold was never only treasure, it was the radiance of an integrated soul. You are the modern alchemist. Your life is the crucible. Every challenge, every wound, every shadow is raw material, waiting for fire. Alchemy begins not with denial, but with awareness. What you avoid grows stronger. What you face begins to dissolve. Fear is not your enemy. It is lead waiting for transmutation. Anger is not corruption. It is energy waiting for redirection. Grief is not weakness. It is depth waiting to open into love. Nothing inside you is wasted. Nothing is without purpose. Think of moments when pain broke you open. A heartbreak that stripped illusion, leaving space for true intimacy later. A failure that humbled pride, planting seeds of resilience. A loss that carved emptiness, teaching presence in ways success never could. In the furnace of experience, you changed. You stepped in as lead, emerged with more clarity, more light. That was not accident, it was alchemy. You have done it unconsciously many times. Now you are invited to do it consciously. Most people run from the furnace. They bury their wounds numb. Their emotions repeat affirmations over unresolved shadows. They try to build light without integrating darkness. This bypass creates static. The quantum field mirrors not the words on the surface, but the energy underneath. Pretending to shine while carrying denial only creates distortion. True alchemy requires courage. Sit with discomfort. Feel what you once fled. Hold space for the parts of yourself you judged unworthy. Awareness itself becomes fire burning away illusion until essence emerges. Within you lives polarity, masculine and feminine action and stillness, reason and intuition. Ego divides them labels, one superior, one inferior. Consciousness merges them. Integration creates wholeness. The alchemists call this the sacred marriage, the union of sun and moon. When opposites reconcile, new energy is born, a frequency sharper, purer, more coherent than either alone. You sense this when you stop fighting yourself, when inner conflict dissolves, when your being hums with harmony. That resonance is gold. Now look at the subconscious. Programs live there like hidden currents beneath the surface of a river. They guide without your awareness. You may desire abundance, yet the program whispers unworthiness. You may long for love, yet the program insists on rejection. You may strive for freedom, yet the program repeats scarcity. These beliefs are lead, heavy, and limiting. Left unexamined, they broadcast fear into the field, attracting circumstances that match. Bring them into awareness and the fire begins to rise. Question them, feel them, rewrite them, transmute belief into clarity. In doing so, you refine your signal. This is why manifestation often fails. People try to stack desire on top of shadow. They visualize outcomes, while fear hums underneath. They affirm success while shame vibrates silently. The field responds to the deeper frequency, not the words. Alchemy corrects this. You do not layer light over shadow, you burn shadow into light. You do not suppress lead, you melt it into gold. Once the subconscious shifts, coherence flows naturally. The field reflects clean signal, not noise. Alchemy is process, not event. Daily practice turns the furnace. Breath becomes flame. Stillness becomes separation of pure from impure. Reflection becomes refinement. Action becomes crystallization. Every day you return to awareness, you refine your gold. Each shadow transmuted becomes fuel for your radiance. Over time, you no longer fear darkness, you welcome it as material. Life stops being punishment, becomes laboratory. Obstacles stop being curses, become invitations. You live not as victim, but as alchemist. Understand this: alchemy does not destroy shadow, it includes it. The shadow is not error, it is potential energy. Wounds hide gifts, fear hides power, grief hides love. Grief hides the places you resist most hold the richest treasure. The furnace liberates energy locked inside them. What was once pain becomes fuel. What was once weakness becomes wisdom. Gold always existed inside the lead. Awareness simply reveals it. Imagine rising each morning with this vision. Challenges no longer frighten you. Discomfort no longer defines you. Every experience becomes material. Every reaction becomes ingredient. With each trial you refine. With each refinement your vibration brightens. Coherence becomes your default. The field mirrors your wholeness because you live as wholeness. The ancient maxim says, as within, so without. As above, so below. This is the formula of manifestation. The outer always reflects the inner. Transmute interlude, outer gold appears. Align inner frequency, outer reality reorganizes. The field has no choice. Energy arranges matter. Frequency sculpts form. Your task is simple: tend the furnace, refine your signal, embody the alchemist. Now you hold the fire. Within your breath, within your awareness, within your willingness to face yourself, lies the furnace. In the crucible of presence, essence emerges radiant. You are not broken. You are unfinished gold. You grew up believing the story of yourself. A name, a history, a role stitched together into something called identity. Ego shaped this identity with rules. Prove your worth, defend your image guard. What is yours? It convinced you that you are the costume, not the light animating beneath. Yet this costume is brittle. It cracks under pressure, collapses when circumstances shift. Deep down, you have felt it, that quiet sense that you are more than the story you repeat. Ego thrives on illusion. It insists on division me against you, past against future failure, against success. It thrives on comparison, measuring your worth against another's shadow. It demands control, yet control never lasts. The quantum field does not answer ego. It mirrors essence. When you act through ego, the signal fragments. You manifest from fear, the field reflects fear. You manifest from pride, the field reflects struggle. Only when the mask dissolves does coherence flow. The thought of dissolving ego terrifies many. Ego whispers, without me you are nothing. Yet truth is reversed. Without ego's cage, you are everything. You are not just the actor on the stage, you are the awareness watching the play, the presence animating the actor, the light shining through the mask. Once glimpsed, this realization cannot be forgotten. Essence was always here quietly, waiting beneath illusion. You have tasted it before. Recall the moments when you lost yourself in wonder, staring at stars, losing track of time and music, merging with another's gaze until boundaries dissolved. In those flashes, you forgot who you were supposed to be. You were not identity, you were experience. You were presence, timeless, infinite. Those glimpses are not accidents. They are reminders. The truth of who you are leaks through the cracks of ego's mask. To reclaim essence, begin with awareness. Notice the voice that demands, be more, achieve more, prove more. Ask who speaks. Notice the voice that fears judgment or clings to image. Ask again who speaks. Ego shouts loudly, essence whispers. Ego speaks in urgency. Essence feels calm, steady, unshaken. The more you listen, the easier the distinction becomes. Ego cannot dissolve by force. It dissolves by being seen. Ego is not enemy, it is apprentice. It served to protect you, to build a sense of self in a world of division. Yet what once protected now imprisons. When you stop identifying with it, ego relaxes. It becomes tool instead of master. You no longer mistake the mask for the face. You can wear roles lightly, parent, leader, partner, without forgetting they are roles. They express you, but they do not define you. Essence cannot be confined to a label. Once the mask falls, manifestation shifts. From ego, desire feels desperate, outcomes feel scarce, results collapse quickly. From essence, desire becomes resonance, outcomes flow without force, results sustain themselves. Ego demands, essence attracts. Ego grasps, essence radiates. You have lived both states, but coherence arises only in essence. Sit in silence and watch your mind. Thoughts appear, emotions rise, stories unfold. Yet notice the one constant, the awareness watching it all. That awareness is not thought, not emotion, not story. That awareness is essence. Untouched by fear, untouched by failure. Always present, always luminous. When you remember this, the illusion weakens. You stop clinging to the costume. You stop defending shadows. You rest in presence. Society amplifies ego's voice. Images scream that you are not enough until you buy more, achieve more, display more. Noise surrounds you, keeping you distracted. Yet illusion grows weaker when you withdraw from it. Simplify. Disconnect from the endless comparison. Return to silence. Each act of refusal is rebellion. Each moment of presence is freedom. Each step away from illusion is a step into coherence. You will notice something powerful when essence returns. Fear softens. You no longer panic about future outcomes. Doubt weakens. You no longer feel you must prove yourself. Control loosens. You no longer need to manipulate reality. You breathe easier. You feel lighter. Your vibration clears instantly. The field mirrors back this authenticity. People feel drawn to your presence. Doors open where once walls stood. Reality bends toward essence. Here's the paradox. By releasing identity, you gain influence. By letting go of control, you receive flow. The field does not resist essence. It recognizes itself through you. Essence is the field becoming aware of itself. This is why awakened beings throughout history radiated such magnetic power. They no longer lived as masks, they lived as truth. Their coherence was undeniable. You carry the same potential. It is not distant. It is here now. To dissolve illusion requires courage. The courage to risk being fully seen, the courage to stop performing, the courage to let go of stories. Yet what you lose is only illusion. What remains cannot be harmed. You are not fragile identity. You are eternal awareness, infinite vibration, pure frequency, localized in this form. The mask falls, the costume dissolves, and you stand radiant. This is the moment essence reclaims itself. Not through effort, not through control, but through release. You are not becoming something new. You are remembering what has always been. In this remembrance, reality shifts. The field no longer mirrors fear. It mirrors truth. Illusion shatters, essence rises. You awaken as coherence embodied. You have uncovered the pulse beneath all things, felt the threads of entanglement turned shadow into gold, and dissolved the mask of ego. What now emerges is the key itself, the method hidden in plain sight. The quantum key does not require you to master rituals, memorize scripts, or beg the universe for favors. It requires you to embody coherence live as resonance, transmit essence without distortion. The moment you do this, reality rewrites itself instantly. This key is not outside you. It was never locked away in books, gurus, or ceremonies. It rests in your awareness. Awareness combined with choice. Awareness shows you the frequency you are radiating. Choice allows you to shift it. These two together, perception and intention, become the lever that turns the mechanism of reality. The quantum field does not delay. It mirrors the frequency in real time. The delay you feel arises only from inner contradiction. Clear that contradiction and the reflection sharpens. Perception is power. You are not passively observing, you are actively shaping. How you see your world influences the frequency you send. If you perceive lack, the signal contracts. If you perceive abundance, the signal expands. If you perceive yourself as trapped, the field reflects confinement. If you perceive yourself as free, opportunities surface. The key is not pretending. It is perceiving truth, seeing beyond illusion, into essence aligning perception with vibration. When thought, emotion, and action move as one coherence is complete, you may still feel static. Shadows may rise. Ego may whisper again. That does not mean you lost the key. It means the furnace is still active, refining. Every time fear intrudes, return to breath. Every time doubt intrudes, pause, realign. Each return is an act of mastery. The more you practice, the faster you recover. Eventually, coherence becomes the natural state. The field no longer requires effort to respond. It flows because you flow. Co-creation unfolds here. You are not forcing reality. You are conversing with it. Every frequency you emit is a message. Every event arriving is a reply. Most people misread the replies, calling them random. You now understand they are feedback. They reveal the clarity or distortion of your signal. Life stops being a series of accidents. It becomes dialogue. You send vibration. The field answers. You adjust. The conversation never ends. This is manifestation in its truest form, not demanding, not chasing, not layering hope over fear. You embody the frequency of the life you choose. The field has no choice but to mirror it. You don't pull dreams from the future, you resonate with them now. Time collapses. The outcome already exists, in entanglement waiting for alignment. The moment you embody the vibration, the thread pulls taut, reality shifts. The subconscious plays a critical role. Hidden beliefs hum beneath awareness. They can distort even the clearest intentions. That is why alchemy matters. Without refining subconscious programs, you broadcast contradictions. Desire says yes, subconscious says no. The field answers the deeper frequency. Once you transmute, the shadow clarity emerges. Once the subconscious hums in harmony, the signal becomes unstoppable. This is why deep inner work accelerates external results. You clean the transmitter, and the broadcast reaches farther, sharper, truer. Now imagine living this way daily. You wake not with dread, but with curiosity. Instead of asking, "What will today bring you?" ask, "What signal will I embody?" You begin with breath, align your vibration, choose your frequency. During the day, you notice static fear, doubt, comparison, and you retune. At night, you reflect, where did essence lead? Where did ego intrude? Each day becomes practice. Each practice strengthens coherence. Each act rewrites reality. The key is not event, it is lifestyle. You manifest not through effort, not through illusion, but through resonance with what already exists. So how do you live this daily? You practice these. Morning alignment. Place hand on heart 3 slow breaths. Declare one word you will embody. Midday check-in. Pause when stress arises. Notice the frequency. Retune with breath. Evening reflection. Write down moments of coherence. Acknowledge shadows that surfaced. Commit to refining. Constant awareness. Ask in each decision, am I acting from ego or essence? I invite you now into a small but powerful act. In the comments, share one word that captures the frequency you are ready to live. That word is not just text, it is a declaration, a quantum seed planted in the field. Let it be trust, clarity, radiance, or something only you can name. Declare it, anchor it, live it. If these words awaken something inside you, I welcome you to subscribe. Not as an act of following, but as an act of belonging. This is not only a channel, it is a living community of alchemists, of dreamers, of creators, remembering their essence and reshaping reality together. When you subscribe, you join a movement. You contribute to the field. You amplify the coherence we are weaving. Thank you for walking this path, for bringing your energy, your presence, your attention. You are not a spectator. You are a participant in this unfolding. The field is listening. It always was. With every breath, every choice, every frequency, you are writing reality. So I leave you with this reality bends to your signal. Right now, in this moment, you are broadcasting. The question remains, what are you choosing to transmit?